First of all, I would like to welcome you all to my channel. This is a personal channel of mine, so the reason that I decided to start this channel is that I feel that through years of experience, knowledge, and information, I felt that it's time to reach out to more people as much as I can. This channel will be about spirituality in general, awakening of the human spirit and knowledge, and also at times it will be about alternative ways of therapy or healing, or any other discussion that I might have with other individuals who might be interested to join me in my channel. I must say that this is the first time I'm ever doing this. I'm usually quite camera shy, but I do feel that maybe in time that I will get better with my recordings, and once I get my head around the technical issues as such, how to make my recordings much more appealing to individuals. Obviously you wonder who I am, why am I here, and why you're watching this. I can give you some brief information who I am. I'm a Turkish origin individual who's been living in the UK for more than 30 years. About 20 years ago, so maybe a little bit longer, I could say I had a rude awakening of spirituality, I should say. I say rude awakening not in a bad way, but I feel that what I went through in life was a big wake-up call to understand why I'm here, what is my purpose, and what is really going on around me. I think that's what's happening now anyway, with a lot of individuals now questioning what they see in the media, what they're reading, and as such, and deep down individuals kind of asking themselves if they're on the right path, what they're doing here, and what is the purpose of this. Because we are, from young age, we are programmed to believe whatever we've been told to. I'm not saying everything is wrong or that, we are all going to be, it's the end of the world in a sense. But it's a process, and it's a process of evolution as well, which I put it from my own words, is that this is the last phase of evolution of humankind. The reason being is that it's to do with the mind and spirituality. Even though that throughout the ages and years, mankind has been had spiritual knowledge and religion as well. Then there was a big phase of in the past 2-3 centuries where there was an awakening, enlightenment in a sense on certain issues of industrial revolution and thought process of having different kind of ideologies springing up, such as communism, fascism, Nazism, and all those kind of things. Now we are at a cross point. I feel that where what we learned in the 200-300 years is not enough anymore. So we need to move forward. But people find it very difficult to obviously, go back to traditional ways of belief systems at times. And some do so, like maybe in religious wise or spirituality. But I think most important is that people trying to find a balance, all of this, because at the same time, while we're going, where we want to go through our day-to-day lives, we want to look sane so we can survive in this world. But at the same time, we want to be able to understand the differences that the generations has created in our lifetime. Take example would be that one best example would be that medicine and health wise. So we are where we are at a point where we question whether the modern medicine is good enough anymore. The simplest way of understanding is cancer treatment. And in the past 10 years or so, it is obviously that people have been looking for different ways of cancer treatment, where maybe through CBD oil or different ways of using plants, or maybe alternative ways of treatment such as Reiki, or even crystals as such. Like I said, this channel will be about my own experience in life, and I'm trying to kind of convey the message of how I see and perceive things, trying to understand how the other individuals see what is affecting their life. So I might put through my own thoughts, what I've been kind of pondering about in my mind. Doesn't mean that I'm right, and I'm not questioning anyone else's authority or anyone else's way of life. It's kind of how can I say, to be able to put my thoughts through words. But like I said, I am an individual of who's quite shy in front of the cameras as such, and this is my first time I'm doing such things. So I do apologize from the beginning that I might make some mistakes, and I might say something wrong, or I might put something forward that might kind of question certain things in people's mind. That's what it's about anyway. So that's what we're going through anyway. When we see when we watch TV, when we go out in the street with people trying to understand what is all these things are happening, what is this change. And that's why I say it's a kind of change. The reason I'm saying it's a change, because we are going through a process. This is the last process of evolution of humankind, that there's an awakening between the mind, between mind, matter, and spirituality at the same time as well. Going back to who I was, like I said, about 25 years ago, so I had a spiritual awakening. It was a quite hard process for me, which in a sense made me quite ill in mental ways. At that time, I couldn't figure out what was happening to me. But in time, then I managed to kind of heal myself. But this healing process was a long process. It took me about 5 to 6 years time. And it was a combination of depression tablets, meditation, healthy living, and also finding the time to be able to be creative, such as doing spiritual art and mindfulness art, which I have a technique which I have created myself. These videos that you're watching will be in 2 languages, so I can speak 2 languages, in a sense, Turkish and English. The reason I'm doing the 2 languages is that so that I can reach out to more people, and these videos will be kind of where a discussion that maybe, or make people think about certain things in their mind. What we're going through at the moment, this process of change, this, and as I said earlier on as well, this is a change of human mind. And I feel that this change, I say change in a sense that what human beings is going through is we're trying to actually find our true purpose of our existence in this universe. You also would obviously accept the fact that universe is a very vast space, and that in the last, like I said earlier on, in the last 100 years or so, couple of 100 years, that there was a kind of industrial awakening, and and belief systems were put aside, in a sense, or that we believe that enlightenment will come through for human mind to go forward, to break away traditional ways of life and beliefs as such. And in the last maybe a couple of decades or so, that this has been questioned, in a sense that what is the next step. Maybe we're trying to understand the universe through our scientists, and everyone scientists comes up with certain theories. I'm saying theories because some of the theories that they're not actually being proven in a certain way. Let's say that if we look at certain far distance planets, or the stars and whatever, even though we can see through powerful telescopes in certain ways, we can't really make out, let's say, if there's life in that kind of planet. So it comes as a theory that there might be life. So coming back to the earth as humans, I think what we're trying to do, using as the science as a way to understand not just the purpose of why the universe is here, but the purpose of why we are here. And I feel that with the in the past couple of decades that there's been kind of a awakening with the human mind, that when we see that people wants to understand that it's not just about what we see with our eyes and what we hear and what we feel. There's more into it, and has been so many research in not art in the public, or where it was mentioned in media, that some people make a trying to sense of it. If you just kind of what we see is the reality, or the reality is much deeper than what we think it is. These videos that I will try to do will be about for 10 minutes, so I don't want to go on for an hour and an hour, where individuals might find it, not interesting enough to continue in a sense. I will only be, at the beginning, I will try to put through questions, in a sense where people might find it interesting to think about, maybe do a research online or whatever. And that maybe I might be some kind of a tool to be able to enlighten certain individuals or answer their questions with my questions. What I mean is that they might be thinking about what we're going through in the world, and what I'm saying or question or will say might help them to answer their question that have in their mind. It is obvious that we are all at the moment going for a change. Nobody can deny this. What kind of change it is, that it's questionable, but every change brings out every change can bring out different opportunities for the next step for the humankind. When we look at about 100 years ago, so we were going through a change as well. And like I said, I think it's the last change, that the human mind is going to evolution between the mind, the matter, and the soul as well. And we are at a cross point. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching my video for this time. I am hoping to do these videos every once a week, or every fortnight or so, and that you'll be able to follow me on my videos, and maybe you might find kind of common ground with me in a sense, or maybe that I might be able to help you in some way. Thank you very much. Stay in peace. Thank you.